I'm Abiola Jackson. This is the Entertainment News, Celebrity Gossip TV. This is for Tuesday, July the 8th. In Entertainment News, looks like YungJoc and Kendra Robinson, they're no longer an item anymore. According to the Baller Alerts, YungJoc walks away from marriage to Kendra Robinson. I pray you find happiness elsewhere. So it does go on to say here that YungJoc is letting the public in on what sounds like the breaking point. Sunday, the rapper reality TV star went public with his decision to step away from his marriage to Kendra Dree, opening up a series of Instagram posts. And this is what he's talking about, folks. This is what YungJoc's talking about. Um, this is what he says here. If you can check this out, shout out to Reality Entertainment TV. They posted this clip here of what YungJoc's talking about. Well, it goes on to say this. When I close my eyes, this is what I see. I'm tired of feeling like I can't be human in a world full of humans. I hate how strangers can just send bleep to my wife and she instantly sides with them. Well, I'm done with all of this play rhetoric. I've been one of the most consistent people you'll ever meet, and I'm at a point where I'm just done. Please, I don't want a celebration for walking away. He goes on to say, YungJoc, maybe I should just move to another country. Maybe I'm not as valued as I think I should be. He says all this to Kendra Robinson. I try to give you my all, and you don't see the true king in me. I pray you find happiness elsewhere. That's YungJoc. Now it goes back here to say this, and he does say this as well. Today I'm allowed the rest of me to get the best of me. I know the man I've become and the sacrifices I made to evolve. Never allow people to belittle you, apologize for the belittling, then turn around and stand on the belittling. I will be logging off social media and possibly taking some time to reflect on my decisions. We're only here for a short stay, so please, I beg of you, don't waste your time or others if you really truly love them. YungJoc goes on to say, I'm grateful for Kendra Robinson and the countless memories. Social media is not the space for certain conversations, but television isn't either. So please understand, and I don't respond to calls or texts, according to YungJoc. So, again, we're going to go to the reaction. People had a lot to say about this, as usual. So the reaction here on what YungJoc said. So this is what people had to say about this. This is the reaction. One person says he's choosing peace, YungJoc. Another person says good. He gives him a clap. The person's clapping. Another person says, "Boy, why bring it to social media if it ain't for social media?" So a lot of people are chiming in here. Another person says here, this person says he's just perking up his storyline for this season. He's perking it up for this season, according to this person. Another person says Carly was the only one that loved Jock for Jock. So I guess his previous relationship that he had, they're saying that Carly was the one for Jock, and she loved Jock more than Kendra loved Jock, according to this person. Or another person says here, okay, they out to get a new couple to cast because we tired every season. It's somebody talking to Jock and writing her, and she's packing up a new cast, Mona. I don't know what that means, but that's what they're saying. Let's see what else here. Let's see any reaction to this. Okay, this is a good one here. Jock ain't no age, but let's be clear, Kendra ain't no angel either. If you watch the show, she talks to Jock instead of to him. She always throws up, I want a divorce. I can find a man better than you. No, I'm not giving you a child and all these things. If you can get all of these things by all means necessary, let me remove myself from the situation so you can be granted these wishes. This person goes on to say she knew what she signed up for before they said I do and knew all the baggage she came with. At this point, either separate until y'all both figure it out if the marriage is worth fighting for, or just go your separate ways and wish each other the best, which is what YungJoc is doing. He's going his separate ways because he doesn't believe the marriage is worth fighting for at this point. Another person says he just wants to run the streets in peace. Kendra would be a fool to continue to stay with him or take him seriously. So these are basically the reactions people had for what YungJoc said in his Instagram post. So that's basically the reaction that people had. I myself, my thoughts on this are, I gotta give YungJoc his cigars for stepping in and saying and being honest and forthright and to the point, saying that he can no longer be in a marriage with Kendra Robinson. Let me get a peace of mind, and maybe I should go to another country and find love or find what I'm looking for, because it's not here in America. In so many words. So the old saying, go where you're wanted, and appreciated. So I guess he believes going to another country is possibly where he's wanted and appreciated, according to YungJoc, in so many words. But like I said, I commend him for saying what he had to say and being, like I said, being brutally honest. And obviously, he doesn't feel it's worth fighting and try to make the marriage work. He didn't think the marriage was worth fighting for to make it work. So I mean, that's from his perspective. So that's why he just decided, let me just walk away. Let me get my peace of mind and get away from social media. Let me get a peace of mind and let me just do my thing. So I mean, I commend him for that. I mean, it takes a lot to do that. I mean, it's not easy to actually do that, but sometimes you gotta follow your heart and follow your instincts and go with your gut. And that's what YungJoc did. He went with his gut and his instincts and followed his heart. And this is what I guess this is what he did. He did that, and then just basically said it like it is, told it like it is. He didn't hold back or anything in that Instagram post. So I guess I give YungJoc his cigars. He took a big step, walked out of the marriage, made it known. Nothing else to add to this. Sometimes you gotta do what's best for your health and your sanity, and for what's best for you. Sometimes you gotta do that. You gotta. If you feel you're in a toxic environment or in a toxic relationship, best to leave. Might as well just leave. Why? From his perspective, why stay in a toxic relationship where you feel it's getting from bad to worse, and it's not worth fighting for the marriage? Why stay in it? Because, like I said, YungJoc wants to keep his sanity, keep his peace of mind, and he wants to maintain his he wants to just basically keep a level head and just be mentally healthy. That's what I meant to say. You stay mentally healthy. He doesn't want to deal with any toxicity in his life. You know. So I mean, like I said, good for him. I'm happy for him. Good for him. Uh, Good for him. He's taking the necessary steps that he feels that he has to take to move on with his life. So again, that's all I got to say about this. Nothing else to say. Again, hit the like and subscribe button. More entertainment news, Celebrity Gossip TV. That's all I got to say. Nothing else. If you get any more information on this, we will let you know. But until next time, peace and love. Take care.